There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show, and that is the LucasArts Entertainment logo. That's right. Oh, this is exciting. This, finally, is Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Possibly, other than TIE Fighter, maybe, my favourite DOS game of all time. And this was made with LucasArts at the absolute peak of their adventure gaming powers, and this is the special Steam edition that's not actually a DOS game and adds MIDI support, because Fate of Atlantis only had MT32.
Alright, Jones, how you gonna find that statue and all this junk?
So, this is the opening, and believe it or not, this is the opening credits. Possibly the best opening credits in any game. So you've got a mouse over interface, and the rest will be expanded upon later. You mouse over things, and you click on them to have Indy investigate.
It's a gargoyle, or good imitation.
Okay, let's have a look at this statue.
It's a copy of an Egyptian statue of Horus.
It sure is, Indy. Let's have a look at this chest.
Marcus still thinks this chest belonged to Columbus.
What a fool. And Doug Jones is doing the voice of Indiana Jones, because Harrison Ford either was too lazy or couldn't be bothered, or maybe asked too much money.
Some kind of funeral urn.
And we've got digitized voices.
It's a stone carving of Shiva.
Because this is based off a CD-ROM version and is running on ScumVM. But enough of the technical details. Let's have a look at this Maasai warrior.
Poor Marcus. He thought this was a Maasai warrior.
Oh, I guess I'm like Marcus then. It wasn't a Maasai warrior. So we've looked at most of the things in the room, not all of them. Let's have a look at this peculiar statue. Oh no! Oof. Oof indeed. And there you go, the credits start rolling again. And you could watch them and listen to the amazing John Williams soundtrack with additional instrumentation and pieces from the same team that would go on to make the TIE Fighter soundtrack, I do believe. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, same again, it's just familiarizing you. If you've not played a point-and-click adventure game before, I mean, it was about 1992, wasn't it? You know? You might have to just have a look.
The label says unidentified potsherds.
Figure things out. Let's have a look at these shelves.
Looks like beadwork from the Phoenix collection.
Of course. And at this point, it's almost sort of establishment of character as well. You're in a museum, and Indy clearly has knowledge of the museum.
It's from the Shamet collection. Very sharp.
And you can sort of establish the character as somebody who's knowledgeable about archaeology and has an adventurous spirit. You don't even need to have seen the movies. Also, you can right-click to just have Indy walk anywhere, you know?
Looks dangerous.
It sure does, Indy. Imagine if something happened. Let's have a look at this totem
Marcus
pole.
thought potlatch Indians carved this. Looks like a movie prop to me.
So, we're establishing that Marcus is stupid and wrong about everything, you know? Let's have a look at this rope. Oh no! And down we go. We find ourselves in a much more enjoyable library. Look at that. So you can actually pause the game in ScumVM with space, or hit escape to get past the credits. And I definitely didn't hit space to get past the credits and accidentally pause the game.
I don't need them. They're just textbooks.
Yeah, he's a professor. Why does he need textbooks? He's read them all. Again, character development. Brilliant sound.
There's nothing of importance here.
Brilliant graphics. Establishment of voice acting. Let's have a look at these.
These books don't look familiar.
Oh, let's have a look.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! And in addition to it being a serious Indiana Jones adventure, you still have bits and pieces where it's like, oh, there's comedy moments. It's saying there will be levity here. So let's wake Indy up with the escape
Better
button.
get that roof checked.
There you go. There's that humor that we need. And look at all these cat figurines. I'm immediately drawn to the cats. Let's have a look.
A cheap copy of a Siamese idol.
You know, I've never watched that show, Siamese Idol. Oh no! Just wanted to be with its kitty friends. And there's Indy turning up and disrupting things. And if it's one thing I've learned in life, it's that cats can appear almost anywhere. So rather than leave Indy on the floor, let's wake him up and inspect the furnace.
It's hot.
Thank you, Indy. Can you tell us about that again? I missed that.
It's hot.
Very good. So you have a series of lockers here. Let's just inspect them. And you can hear, maybe, hopefully you can hear, the MIDI is actually imitating the sound effects that the MT-32 would.
I'll be. Here's what I've been searching for.
Yeah. So, we have a choice. I wonder if we click on the door and just wander off.
I'm not leaving without that statue.
I don't think I've ever done that before. Let's click the statue.
Strange looking thing. I wonder where Marcus picked it up.
And also, you can tell that there's interactive music. Because as soon as we picked up that statue, iMuse was there with Michael Land and Peter McConnell's system. Wonderful stuff. And we can see Indy leaving the tutorial, because that's what this was. It was a tutorial/credits sequence. And here the game actually begins, sort of. And you have the option to skip to this point, and you can even skip further.
I'm back.
But let's have a look.
Indy? You don't look at all well, Dr. Charles.
Exploring our collections can be dangerous, Mr. What was your name again?
Smith. Tell me,
Seems
did you
legit.
find a lock to match my key?
You bet I did. Take a look.
Oh. And
What
we
you
get to
waiting
take a
for?
closer
Let's
look.
Open it.
Why not? It's an obvious fake.
You may think so, Doctor, but I believe we are opening a new chapter in history.
My word, Indy, a small metal bead. Jewelry, perhaps?
I still think it's a fake.
And you
Uh-oh.
won't mind if I take it.
Really, Mr. Smith?
Stand back, gentlemen.
I hope you've got a getaway car waiting. You'll need one.
What is this?
Go, Indy, go! Yeah! Fight him! Take him out!
He got away.
No kidding,
We
Marcus.
got his coat, Marcus. Hey, what's this? Klaus Kerner, huh?
He wasn't Mr.
Lord,
Smith.
Indy, the man some sort of agent from the Third Reich.
I'm shocked.
What does the spy want with the Buddhist statue?
I lied, Marcus. I don't think it's a phony. I can't place the style, but it's old.
Look what else our friend was carrying. An
Oh,
old copy of National Archaeology. And there you are in Iceland.
Yeah, field supervisor for the Jastro expedition. My first real job.
Who's the woman?
Sophia Hapgood. She was my assistant, a spoiled rich kid from Boston, rebelling against her family.
Where is she now?
She gave up archaeology to become a psychic.
How odd.
You can say that again.
Indy, Kerner found you. What if he finds her? We should warn the woman.
sounds like an idea.
You're right. I want to know more about that statue.
And so we begin.
You know, Marcus, the coldest year of my life was the one I spent in Iceland with Sophia.
So, it's implying a past between the two, it's establishing character details, and now we see the travel map that happens in Indiana Jones movies and this game. Now, if you had just skipped, Indy would actually say something here and say, well, here I am in New York looking for Sophia. You know, they wouldn't let you get away with just skipping on through. They'd still give you a bit of exposition. So, this is the bar at the bottom from LucasArts with all the options that you have to interact with things. It's a bit more advanced than ones we've seen in the past with Loom and stuff, because it highlights things that you can automatically do. And I think if you just right-click, he does it automatically.
The show's sold out, sir.
And this is the introduction of the conversation system. So, but...
No seats, no standing room, no exception.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Come back next week.
So there we go. We can't get in to see Madame Sophia. So we'll just wander down here. There's a newsstand.
It's today's paper.
And we have the option to pick up the paper. There we go. It's in our inventory.
It's today's paper.
Let's have a look at it.
It's today's paper.
That's all he says. Can we use the phone booth?
I can't make a call. I'm out of nickels.
Oh no. Poor Indy's broke. They really didn't, give those teachers enough money. They still don't. Okay. What do we got here? Why, we've got a branching puzzle. I'll explain now. Wonderful, wonderful music, by the way. Okay, so we have the option of messing around with a bunch of crates in order to get to the fire escape. And we can sneak our way up through that fire escape by looking
at... crate.
Yeah, very good, Indy. What if we pull the crate? Will that help? We can't get there because there's another crate in the way. So if we push the crate, we can then get over there. There's another crate. And this is teaching you how to use the inventory to, interact with environments. So we push the crate. There we go. And we could get to the fire escape, I think there's one more crate in the way. We're not going to bother with that. We're going to go over here. Because otherwise, we'd miss out on one of gaming's best antagonists. So, let's open the back door.
It's unlocked.
Oh, we can just waltz on through and... Oh, no we can't.
What do you want, pal? This ain't no ticket office.
It's not? Okay, so here we have a branching conversation in that we've multiple choices. And it does something here that you would only see, later on in other genres. And that's the option to choose things that you want to. Let me in you Darwinian nightmare. Fantastic line. Or we could say, I'm here with the band. Or let's just confuse him. I'm here to enjoy Madame's outrageous orations. An outrageous oration is somebody speaking in a manner that stretches credibility or makes strange claims.
I'm here to enjoy Madame's outrageous orations.
You're right.
This ain't that kind of show.
So, you can backtrack and just call him an ape. You can say, she's practicing sophistry in public, which, she is, really, you'll see in due course. Or you can say, oh, no, she's a serious thinker. There's a misunderstanding, it's fine.
Oh, of course not. Madame Sophia is a serious thinker.
Don't kid around, pal. You're talking about my idol.
So you've established, there we go, that he really likes Madame Sophia. So you have to basically play into his sensibilities, or, just insult him and continue insulting him until he starts fighting with you. We're going to try and talk our way in. We might not be able to.
No kidding. I think she's the greatest.
Me too. There's something about her.
You're right. So, yeah, she's very pretty. I mean, she is, but that's not why people like her. Yeah, she's got a great cerebrum, which he's going to misunderstand. Yeah, she's very smart.
Yeah, she's very smart.
Smart, I'll say. You know what I really like? It's the way she...
The way she cons, though, out of her hard-earned cash. The way she tosses her head when she laughs. The way she makes things so easy to understand. The way she hires poor Neanderthals like you.
The way she makes things easy to understand?
Yeah,
That's it.
that's
All
the one.
that smart stuff seems so easy when I'm listening to her.
Absolutely.
Hey, you're okay for a college boy. Come on in.
Sounds good to me. And we've talked our way in. We could have fought our way in, or gone in through the fire escape, and either way we'd end up here. And it's one of the key points of Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, the branching paths, to the point that at about a third of the way through the game, it says, hey, do you want to use your fists? Do you want to think your way through? Or do you want to use teamwork? And you get 3 separate, second acts as a result. It's ridiculous. So, there's a stagehand over here. Let's have a chat to him.
Excuse me.
Aha! You must be the new doorman. About time they got rid of Biff. He was such a pushover.
So it was Biff. So, I want a reading with Miss Hapgood. I need to talk to that so-called psychic. Call that fraud over here. Oh, sorry to bother you.
I want a reading with Miss Hapgood.
Are you crazy? During the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk
Write
out.
a letter.
Oh. So let's talk to him again.
Excuse me.
Take it easy and watch the show.
Oh, okay.
Here, my friends, is Atlantis, as it might have appeared in its heyday. Glorious, prosperous, socially and technically advanced. Beyond our wildest dreams. 5,000 years ago, while everyone else still wore animal skins, the mighty spirits of Atlantis dared to build a city where knowledge and power were united in true happiness. Centuries later, the famous philosopher Plato wrote about it. He placed Atlantis on a continent out in the deep ocean and described how it was divided into 3 circular parts, such as you see here.
Isn't she something? She can go on for hours.
And you'll notice that there's a bit of a change between the voice acting and what's written. Sometimes I think there are changes because the voice acting was done later. I'm not entirely sure about that. Let's talk to him again.
Excuse me.
Shh. She's just coming to the exciting part.
Oh, the exciting part.
What befell the serene city? We may never know for sure. Was it the sea level slowly creeping higher, or the earth itself suddenly shifting? However it happened, panic must have gripped the citizens on that fateful day when proud Atlantis sank beneath the waves. Or perhaps it was a volcanic eruption, and something remains even now. On some questions, the great spirit who guides my thoughts, the all-seeing Nurab Sal, is silent.
I've been through this 100 times. The woman never stops.
Let's see. Can we talk to him again?
Excuse me.
Yeah, what now?
You look tired. Wouldn't you like to call it a day? Madam told me to tell you you're fired. Isn't there something you'd rather be doing? You know, this lecture bores me stiff. Isn't there something you'd rather be doing?
Isn't there something you'd rather be doing?
Like what? Show business is my whole life.
And there we go. Don't you ever get bored? Don't you have any hobbies? Don't you ever read?
Don't you ever read?
Sure, it's a hobby of mine.
Is it now? What if I gave you something to read? What if I gave you something to walk away Too bad I don't have anything to offer. I didn't pick anything up, outside.
What if I give you something to read?
I might take a look.
At this point, we have to use the give function. Give newspaper to, and that allows our inventory to interact with the screen. Now, you'll see we can't give it to Sophia because she's in the middle of a lecture. I can't give it to anybody in the audience. They're too rapt with attention. So it's just a stagehand who wants something to read because it's a hobby of his.
Here.
Well, the late edition. I wonder if the Dodgers won. Watch the lights while I find out, okay?
Watch the lights, you say? And at this point,
It's a lever.
let's see if we
That doesn't seem to work.
push a lever. Yeah. What if we push that one? Aha! And then we just need to push a button. Can you tell I've done this before?
There it goes.
And I still feel the presence of Atlantis through... May I present Nurab Sal, the great Atlantean god of
Deceit.
deceit. Thanks, Indy. Indiana Jones? You've got some nerve. Go back, you big jack-o'-lantern.
Oh no!
Oh, great. Good night, folks.
Bye. Oh, she's not pleased with us.
Come on, mister. I've got a few words to mince with you.
Oh dear.
I'd say it's about time.
We're gonna get it now.
Oh, no!
Looks like Kerner got here first. Stay put.
Where is he? Can we find him? This is an in-engine cutscene
No one here,
with custom music and full voicing.
nor here either.
Nope, Kerner's definitely not there. Guess we missed him. Oh well. Except, he was hiding behind a box the whole time. That dastardly villain. The box was complicit. I knew we should have
Dr.
pushed it.
Uberman, fantastic news. We found the treasure we seek.
And off he goes.
That's the second time Kerner slipped away. What does a Nazi spy want with old statues?
Have you seen the newspaper? Listen to this. Germans claim victory in worldwide race to smash the Uranian atom. Chief scientist Dr. Hans Uberman announces plan to harness new sources of energy for the Third Reich.
So?
And I have a choice of what to say, but my actual choice is to finish the video because, unbelievably, the opening of Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis is just over 20 minutes long. It's effortlessly broken the time limit, and for my money, it's not even that controversial a statement. This is the best point-and-click adventure game of all time. It came out during the genre's heyday, on DOS, it was by LucasArts, better than Day of a Tentacle, better than Monkey Island. This is it for me. I grew up with this one. It's wonderful. The soundtrack is one of the best ever. Brilliant writing. It should have been the fourth Indiana Jones movie. We're just fortunate that we got a version that was actually a computer game that we could play. I recommend absolutely everybody play this. It's superb, it's stunning, it bowls me over every time I play it. I'm really out of superlatives to describe just how good this is, so you'll see it again at number 1 on my top 25. And if you like me talking about random DOS games, I do it all the time. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel, and if you like what you see there, you can always subscribe. And if you already know that Fate of Atlantis is one of the best games ever made, you're one of my insightful and knowledgeable archaeologically inclined patrons or members. Look at those great names. They could unravel the deceitful god Nurab Sal and discover Atlantis if they tried. A wonderful set of individuals. So yeah, I've nothing more to say about this one. Go play it. It's brilliant. Until next time.